Hello, this is Ashley Ashlock. It has been forever since I recorded a video. I am so sorry, but even tonight I was having some technical difficulties with my light, and I said, being I'm in the mode to film, just go ahead and film, or before you know it, another year or so will pass by. But this is Ashley Ashlock, and I am now going to be transitioning, as you might have guessed, my channel from locs to just kind of like life in general. But before I did that full transition, I wanted to give a loc update video just so that I can still keep the core of what I have, which are my loc journey friends. So yes, I tried to do the math before this video of how far along I am in my loc journey. I started my locs in February 9th, 2019, and I was doing the math, but I know it's over 3.5 years. And oh my gosh, is it 19? No, 18. Sorry. Yes, because it's over 3 years. So yes, February 2018 is when I started my locs. Yes, that is correct. And just like with children, after 3 years, it's kind of hard to be like to add in the months along with it. So I tried to do the math of the months, but right now I just know I'm over 3 years and like I'm over the 6 months. I'm somewhere 8, but I can't, it's just complicated. I'm not trying to be 36, 37. 3.5 years. That's the easiest way that I can say it. Like, that's pretty much where I'm at. But this is where I am with my locs. My loc process is still the same. I'm still retwisting probably like every 8 to 10 weeks if I have something going on, or if I just really just have a urge to retwist, which I don't really do. But I do notice that now I might kind of like retwist. Even when I do my retwist, when I get to the 8-week period, I'm just like retwisting the first 3 rows, and I'm like, you know what, it worked. Excuse me, what is this? Yeah, I was playing with my hair before this video. So yes, I'll go ahead and give you guys my up close of my locs. They have kind of changed colors in my opinion. They're kind of brownish now. My hair is usually like a black. But here they are. I do have lint in them, but once I get in the mode of taking lint out of my locs, I realize I'm combing out my locs a whole lot. And yeah. This is the back. I hope you guys can see. Okay, but yes, as I was saying, I have some locs with lint, especially the ones in the back, which I know is going to increase more. Whew, linty. This is like really bad. And it was one point that I was combing out the loc, because it's lint, it's not buildup, because I don't even put like products or conditioner like that would damage my locs. This is really just like buildup. Sorry, not buildup, it's lint. So it's like if I wear red, I'll have like red strings in my locs, and it'll be 4 weeks later, and I'm like, why do I still have red? Why do I still have red? But yeah, so this is what's going on with my locs. They are super lint monsters, and when the lint is just like really annoying me, I will take a mascara and just go over it with the mascara if I really feel the need to do something with it. But for the most part, nobody's really all up in your locs to even know. They're not all in your head, and if they are, social distance, keep your distance. But no, I still wash my hair on a weekly basis when it was warmer. If I would go in the pool, I might alter it to twice a week. And of course, when I have my retwist in, I will go 2 weeks without washing it, but that once it's like my scalp is used to being washed, so it's like my scalp is like on fire, like, girl, just wash me, just wash me, just wash me. So that's another bad thing about the retwist. On top of the time and the whole concept of the whole retwisting, my scalp, because I give myself a 2-week gap rather than my 1 week, doesn't really like that whole retwisting process. So yeah, this is my locks. I still have the crazy locks in the front that do what they want to do. Now they are no longer baby locks, you know, these are just like, these are the grown mature rebels, and they're just gonna do what they do as adults. You know, we have those family members, we have those friends that's just wilding out forever. Those are those locks. Like, you know, at first I thought they were baby locks and trying to eventually calm down, but no, they're just going to be that way. And it may be due to my parting. This is something, if you're doing your locks, you should probably consider this, because my locks right here, oh gosh, okay, yeah, they're kind of shaped weird. So that may be a reason, because they're kind of rectangular. I'm not certain. This is my only set of locks, and I cannot confirm that this may be why I'm having the craziness, due to the shape of the front base right here. Oh gosh. Okay, but what I do tend to do, even though I don't like do a whole retwist, is I'll have the stray hairs in the front, and I'll just like twist it around it like a 2-strand twist it. It's not as bad as it used to be, because it is starting to now stick in the lock, but at one point it was just really bad. Like, it was way more than what I have now. So I'll do that to these two to calm them down. Yeah. And so I usually, when I get to each year, I get to a point where I reach my next year anniversary for my locks, I will go through and trim the ends of my locks. I was doing a little inventory of my locks, and I didn't really see any that I wanted to trim, like, because in the very beginning of your lock stage, you have so many that are really bumpy or weird shaped, and as you go over the course of time, being that I will now be entering my 4th year, I've had 3 trims plus any that I just couldn't maintain and had to let go of in the midst, in between getting to that 1-year period. So now I'm kind of at the, you know, and I'm also just used to how they look now, so it doesn't really bother me. And I do have a couple of locks that I had, I was trying to have Goddess Locs at the end. Yes, you know, if your hair texture is not the kind that's when before you had locks that can do a Goddess Loc style, just because you have locks, it doesn't mean your texture underneath magically can have the Goddess Loc style. So I had all my locks. So when after my 3-year, pretty much 90% of my locks, I decided to go through and comb out the tips of them to try to have the Goddess Locs. Now, mind you, I do have, like, most of them have locked back, or I had to kind of crochet the ends to get them. Now, this one did stay. It's not a Goddess Loc, but I have some type of little curl, if I can see it. But yeah, but I play with it. See, there it goes. I play with it. It's like my, you know, throwback to my curly days. I think I have like 2 of those. And my hair is like really turning brown. Yeah, and I don't know, it's just like, I think that is the coolest thing, because it's like I dyed my hair, but I didn't dye my hair, and because I didn't, I can see all of the natural transitions of the color change from the sun. Yeah, this is my locks. I didn't really have a topic that I wanted to go over. It's just, I was kind of just doing a check-in so you guys can see my locks, because it has been so long since I've done a video. And like I said, I almost didn't do one because my key light is not working, but I'm just using a natural house light. But yeah, so it's a lot easier for me to style it. In my opinion, they're not as thick as I thought they were originally. And I don't know, yeah, I thought my locks were like super, super thick. I mean, they are thicker than some people's locks, but they're not the vision that I thought they were going to be as far as the thickness. But then again, I do have about 65 locks, and I don't know. I think it kind of like goes by your hair texture. Okay, here's the one I was looking for. No, wait, this one. This is another one that has no officially locked back, and I can play with the ends. But yeah, so don't comb out your locks trying to do Goddess Locs if that's not your hair texture, because it's not going to work. Let's see. I love my semi-freeform look. I have people come to me like, oh, how do I get to have the Rasta locks like yours? I'm like, not Rasta locks. These are just me and my locks. And I had someone say, because I had my hair in a ponytail, and if I didn't do these two, you wouldn't see. It was just like, it just looks like all my new growth. And someone's like, I like how you have your hair two-toned. I'm like, what? But I guess they meant like the two textures, and I was just like, you trying to say I need to twist my hair? But I really think it was just, they just probably hadn't seen that, because most people have the manicured look unless they're and it's, people tend to think that if you have semi-free form or either just like locks in general, that you are a certain, like you should dress a certain way, you should behave a certain way, you listen to certain type of music, and you're just like kind of putting this stigma bubble. And then when you're not, they don't really know how to judge you, or they're like, you're normal, but you know, your hair, yeah, but I'm still like, you know, whatever. But it is funny to me how people still react. Most time I forget, like, you, once your hair has been locked so long, you don't even think about the locks until you see someone struggling with their natural hair. Like, I'll have friends who are complaining about their curly hair or taking on individuals, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't miss that life. Don't miss that life. I do not miss that life. You know, I just do not miss that life. It's just, especially because like I have always had like a lot of thick hair, and when I was in my curly stage, it just took so long to do my hair. And even when it wasn't curly, when I would go get it done at the shop, it just took so long. And it's just like, I feel locks is giving me back my time. It's giving me back my insanity, my lack of insanity. I have more sleep now, but the wash days are kind of getting bad. Like, my wash days, it's taking longer for me to wash, because being that my hair is growing still, it's taking longer to like get the soap and the suds down throughout the whole locks. Like, it's, I tend to focus on the scalp when I'm initially massaging my head, and I would probably do like a whole wash, and I know that I don't really get down to this part in that wash. And then the second way through, I'll get down to the ends. But my first, I'll wash it 2 times. If I'm really trying to do like a deep super wash, I'll do it 3 times. I still have never done an ACV rinse. I don't want to put that much of a harshness on my hair, like with the baking soda and stuff. So it's just like, no, I'm good. But yeah. But I have done like spot treatment for my hair, probably like in 3 locks with the just straight ACV. It didn't do much harm, but it's not something I want to do for my whole hair. But yeah, let me go ahead and do another spin for you guys. I can see like the different textures. So like this is where I have my 2 strands and where I combined like my history, and then all of this would be where my hair has grown. So I'm like, okay, that's my whole lock journey. Let me try to turn around again. Choo, choo, choo. Okay, you guys, if you have any questions, you can comment below. Yeah, because I really, as far as my locks, I do not know what to talk about. So at this point, I may be shifting over the content of my the of my channel, because with the locks, I'm almost at 4 years locked, and it's just they're growing. I haven't had anything. I don't dye them. I don't like it's. I'm doing the same thing I've always been doing, so it's not much transition for me, in my opinion, unless I do something to mess up my lock and then I have to go back and fix it and tell you guys about what I've done. But otherwise, yeah, this is Ashley Ashlock, checking out over 3.5 years, and that's between 3.5 to 4, somewhere within that window. But that's where I am. I will try to start doing videos more regularly, even if I get back to my monthly routine, because I know that you guys want to kind of get something from me just to see where things are going, just to keep that, you know, I want everyone to stay locked who are locked. People who are not locked, come on over, join the family, and just, you know, once you're here in the family, we're good. Okay, this is Ashley Ashlock checking out. Peace.